Hi, it's Sparkling Corwhin, and this video will be probably my annual video about how I clean greens. Basically, spinach, arugula, lettuce. I don't do small kale, but if I did do small kale, that would be part of it. Anyways, let me show you my setup. Most individuals that do greens, they will have what's called a wash and pack room where you're washing and packing. I don't have that. I have barn inside, but I don't have all the things that I need. So I just do it outside, and I've been doing it outside for probably all the time that I've been doing a CSA. It's changed a bit over COVID. I started building these two wooden devices here. Saw them on TV, saw them with friends, and made them work. And so I'll have the canopy. This is probably my fourth or fifth canopy. When the wind changes direction suddenly and has a big gust, they fold like a tortilla. So yeah, if anyone's looking for extra covers of these for a 10 by 10 canopy, I got about two at least that I don't need sitting around. This is what I call a bubbler in the industry. Basically, we have from Home Depot, we have this leaf blower, and I have put it into 2-inch pipe here. Or is it 4-inch pipe? Anyways, distributes around here, got different holes. So basically this becomes like a jacuzzi, got a drain in it, and I have it this high so I can work with it. Maybe 2 inches higher than I wanted, but it works, and it works as jacuzzi, holds everything in. And this is just from PV Mart or TSC when we did have that in Canada. This is just a stock tank, 40-gallon for water. Just you'd have that for sheep or beef or whatever, just outside drinking. And then I also have this contraption here, two 20-inch box fans I have on a switch, turn them both on and off, and this basically puts the air through to get the finer water moisture off the greens, the leaves. And then this here has a hinge, so I can just drop this and clean this off easy. Everything's got wheels because I need this to be mobile. I store them in the shed, bring them out, clean them off. I have a 6-inch folding table, got off Amazon. It's been with me, 14 years, 12 years now. It has been one of the first purchases I got on Amazon, and one of the best purchases. Used to use it for when I did farmers markets. You get a 10 by 10 little booth, or a 6 by 6 booth basically, and this would fit it up, and it's been great. And then we got the 20 liter salad spinner. The gears are going on this one. This is probably my second or third one. Anyways, it spins. The water through centrifugal force gets forced out, hits the side there, comes out the hole down there. And this takes most of the moisture out. So I set this up in the yard, and depending on where I have protection from the wind, what side of the house I have it on. So the gardens are my mother's doing. I'm not that good a green thumb for color. Anyways, this is my setup, and let you show you how I do it, because this takes a lot of time and trying to get good greens. And as it's been worded to me by a friend that I kind of base myself or model myself after for her CSA, and I should say CSA, we also call them farm shares here in Welton County, because CSA has such a wide different acronym meaning, and farm share people can kind of pick that up, or veggie box. So 4 crops that I'm told to base your CSA around: of course lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, and I think it's either onions or garlic. And never, that fourth one I always get confused. But you want to have good quality lettuce. Lettuce, when it rains, it will get splashed on by the soil. The soil will come up and it'll stick to it pretty good. And you don't want, people assuming that your lettuce is clean and then just start eating it and they get a bunch of grit in their mouth. You want to have that good experience. Doesn't mean my customers can't wash their lettuce when they pick it up after I've cleaned it. I'm just trying to give them a good product so that in case they do want to eat it, they can. We do that here. Actually, the lettuce lasts a pretty long time. If I have lettuce extra and I'm cleaning out the fridge, I go, oops, it's been there a week, and we eat that, and that's fine. But let me take you through my process of making some good lettuce, and I think I do a decent job. Everything gets washed. Surfaces anyways are going to get touched. And then I rinse it out. Come on. There we go. Rinsing is important because I don't want everything to taste like soap. After I fill the water up about halfway or so, whatever I need, dump in a little bit of this product called Sanidate. It's peroxide mixed with vinegar, basically. Got this idea using this from another CSA grower. Anyway, let it do its thing, and I go harvest. This is one of my growing plots. Head lettuce still has a little bit to go. Arugula really loved the rain. Might have to just trim it. Spinach and lettuce here look lost. My goodness, look at the tomato volunteers. And this is new. On my tomato volunteers, I have potato beetles. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the vacuum out for that. Yeah, I didn't clean up the tomatoes here last year, and that's become a problem. Anyways, I got my lettuce here. I had red fire here. That did not go very well, and the weeds have taken over it. I have red salad bowl, and I have bon vivant. My goodness, we just had a little bit of rain, over half an inch this week, close to 3/4 anyways. Things that just really popped up in the heat and the rain. Okay, might have a week left for this, but anyways, this is not how my gardens usually look, but this won't be a problem as long as it's good. I can harvest it. So what I started using last year were these shears, and you can rotate the head. I don't know where the button is, but anyways, you can rotate the head, and this is what I want to do is cut like this. It's so hard cutting like this with other shears. And yeah, this stuff's gotten a little matured in this heat and rain, but I can't complain about the weather. At least it's not hailing, at least it's not tornado weather anyways. One thing I can't control is the weather. And I'm cutting high so that I'm not cutting a lot of stalks. Nobody wants to eat stalks. Bon vivant and red salad bowl are really good germinators for me, and that's what I end up using. I try a lot of other varieties, they just don't want to germinate very well, or sporadically. So I dump everything in. It'll be in the cold water, it'll get a chance to cool down. Every time you want to harvest something, it wants to start decomposing, brings the temperature increases. So you just got to cool things down. You put them in a fridge, put them in water, all depends on the product. Or put them in a basement like it is for beans and peas. You don't put water on them. Found that out the hard way. Anyways, sanitizer will do its thing. Just gotta make sure everyone's in cold water. Let the sanitizer do its thing, have a chance for all the bugs that I've caught in here to climb out. And then, as you can see, there's weeds in here. Then we'll get to that. So it's been a bit. Going through and finding weeds, grass, and every once in a while you can find dead leaves, or leaves that are dying. They'll soak up the water and they'll look a lot different than they do when you're harvesting them. Don't want that stem. Everything's pretty good here. Bit of weed. Oh, here we go. This is what I mean. It'll shrivel up like this if it's a dead or dying leaf. So it's easier to find once it gets a little water soaked into it. I won't get all the leaves now, but I'll get most of them. Anyway, let's get this going. Let's get this cleaned. So basically what will happen is the air will get forced in here, forced out of here, bubble it like a jacuzzi, and we'll knock off the bugs, knock off the dirt or silt or anything else, and basically, hopefully gently clean the lettuce. Give them a spin to get most of the water out. And just dump them on here. Spread them out. I can still find weeds and bits of grass. It's an ongoing process. And then just flick the switch. And the rest of the moisture will hopefully be wicked off, so I can put it in the fridge after I bag it. So I drain this. This water's all muddy or mucky. Clean it out, just give it a rinse, fill it back up, put the food grade sanitizer back in, and then I'll harvest arugula, put it in here and do the same thing. Noticed these guys are not getting the airs over here, and this isn't working. So I guess, yeah, I got something else to look at. But anyways, this is just wicking off everything. I'll lick some moisture, doing what it's doing while I work on this. And I got one more container of lettuce to spin. I was on my phone looking at what store had a box fan, and I realized I have one in the barn, in the milk house, where I was cleaning lettuce back in November. It was too cold and wet outside. So there we go. Have a solution I don't have to run into town for. So we placed it here. Gonna have to secure it in more with zip ties, or what do you want to call them. And I'm hoping I got the electrical right. I did this all during COVID, and I used to work as a electrical apprentice, spent 2 years doing that. Of course, the government wouldn't know because those companies I worked for didn't really sign me up for that. Anyways, let's see if this works. Plugged in. Does not work. Okay. What did I do wrong? Nothing works. It's working. Change. There we go. This is the arugula washing now. That's going on. arugula dries quicker than anything else, so it won't take too long. Draining this. And bags are important. Bags, I get these from a Meyer produce auction. I don't know where they source them from. Anyway, these bags, they're, what do they call them, 2 pound, 5 pound bags. Anyway, I just use that for lettuce. For arugula, I use these perforated bags. Same also 5 pounders. I have this little tape sealer gun thingy, bag sealer that I got off of, not Kijiji, Amazon. And yeah, it trips up sometimes, but it does the thing. Seal them, put them in the fridge, let them chill, and I'm told they last longer if they have a chance to chill. So that's just from another grower. But this is what I use to make them presentable, keep them clean, keep them somewhat dry. Perforated bags. Arugula just is a different beast than lettuce because it's in the cabbage or mustard family. So it's done decent. All it needs to be is contained in the perforated bags, and it's done decent that way. That's arugula done. And that knocks it all off. It's clean. So lock it back in place. And there we go, that's done. I got everything in the fridge. I don't have a big walk-in. That's just not something I can afford. But I've got all the greens in here. They're gonna sit in here and they'll be good for a while. But come Tuesday, that's my Farm Share CSA's pickup day. They will be ready and they'll be good. I wasn't expecting to give out this much, including with radishes. There'll be strawberries, honey, maple syrup. What else? Green onions and pak choy. So it's gonna be very good week 2. I take the food grade sanitizer and make a little solution of it with water so I can spray it. And that, basically after rinsing everything, I have things sanitized so that I'm not growing any bad stuff ahead of next week. All right, now I put everything away. It's been probably about 10 hours, 11 hours overall doing this, starting this. Got sideways a lot, but that's just how it is. Luckily, nothing went too bad. Got a flat on my washing device anyways, my bubbler, so that'll have to be dealt with another day. But anyways, this is how I clean greens, leafy greens anyways, and it's not too far off from other people. I've gotten a lot of ideas to put my stuff together, my how I do things together, off of one of my friends and several people over the continent, different parts of the continent, through YouTube. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but the concept of how you do it to get it clean is pretty generalized. So thank you for watching, and remember, finish your vegetables, buy something local, and be good to each other. We will see you next video.